Good morning, friends. Today we are going to learn about animals, habitat, and adaptation. First, what's meant by habitat? An area where a particular animal naturally lives is called its habitat. An animal's habitat provides it with air, water, shelter, and food. The animal's home is in its habitat. For example, a lion's home is the den, and the den is in its forest. So, the forest is the habitat of the lion. There are different types of habitat on the earth. For example, forests, deserts, polar regions and mountains, oceans and fresh waters, rivers, lakes, and ponds, etc. First, we'll see about forest. What is meant by forest? A forest is a large area where there is number of trees and plants in dens. Forests provide shelter to a large variety of animals. Animals such as lion, tiger, bears, and bats live in forest caves. Many animals live on trees, for example, monkeys and different types of birds. Several types of insects live in the forest floor, which is the bottom layer of the forest. Moles, snakes, earthworms, and rats live inside burrows under the ground in the forest. So, forests provide a number of animals a proper shelter, right? Next, we will learn about desert. What is meant by desert? A desert is a large area which is dry and sandy. And a common feature of deserts are it receives little rainfall or no rainfall. It is hot during day and very cool during night because the sky is clear and no cloud cover. So water is hard to find here. Camels, rattlesnakes, and ground squirrels are found in deserts. So these animals sleep in daytime and go away at nighttime. Some animals only do like this, but most of the animals do not do like this. Next, polar regions and mountains. The Earth's polar regions are Antarctica and Arctic. And some high mountains are extremely cold and covered with snow throughout the year. Polar bears, seals, and walrus are found in the polar regions, whereas yaks and mountain goats are found on mountains. Next, ocean. The ocean is a large, continuous body of salty water. So, this covers two-thirds of the Earth's surface. It is that the world's largest habitat. So, water covers a large area. So, it should be the largest habitat, right? Next, so these oceans are divided into five types. They are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. A large variety of fish are found in the oceans, such as whales, turtles, octopus, and jellyfish are also found here. Next, freshwater. Rivers, lakes, and ponds are examples of freshwater, right? Some animals can live only in water, example fish and shrimps. Some animals can live both on land and water. So these animals are called amphibians. So examples are amphibians such as frogs and salamanders, and reptiles such as alligators, crocodile, etc. So we have completed the habitat, right? Friends, now we will learn about adaptations. Changes in the feature or behavior of an organism that help it to survive in its habitat is called adaptation. Different types of animals show different types of adaptation, but it do not shows the same adaptation. It may be their body covering, their organs for breathing, the ways of movement, or their eating habits. First, we will learn about body coverings. So there are four body coverings. First, scale, then shell, then wool or fur, then feathers. Scales. Fish are covered with a layer of flexible, overlapping scales. The bodies of reptiles such as snakes, crocodile, and lizards too are covered with scales. Most reptiles have horny scales that prevent loss of water. Snakes also shed their skin periodically, which is replaced by a new one. Shedding of skin to acquire a new one is called molting. Next, we will learn about shell. Animals such as snails, tortoises, and turtles are protected by a shell. When these animals sense danger, they withdraw their head and tail into the shell. Wool or fur. Mammals such as sheep and bear have special body coverings. A sheep's body is covered with wool and a bear's body is covered with fur. So these coverings protect them from rain and cold. Feathers. Birds have feathers as a body covering. Wings are covered with feathers which help them to fly. They also protect the birds from rain and cold. Now we will see about camouflage. What is meant by camouflage? Body coverings of some animals match their surroundings. This mechanism is called camouflage. It makes the animal hard to spot and protect it from enemies. Some animals, example chameleon, can even change their body color to match their surroundings. Now we'll see about organs for breathing. Different types of animals have different breathing organs. Human beings and sheep breathe through nose. From the nose, air is carried to special organs called lungs. Fish have special structures called gills through which they breathe. Frogs and earthworms breathe through their moist skin. They breathe through their lungs when on land. Insects such as grasshoppers and cockroaches breathe with the help of a series of tiny holes along the sides of their bodies. So these holes are called spiracles. Now we'll see about organs for a moment. So animals move from one place to another for food, water, and shelter. Animals such as horses, cows, dogs, and cats move with the help of their four limbs. The two front limbs are called forelimbs, and the back limbs are called hind limbs. Human beings walk upright with the help of their two legs or lower limbs. Their upper limbs are called arms. The skeletal system made up of bones, and the muscular system help in all kinds of movements of a human. In birds, the forelimbs are modified into wings which help them to fly. Birds also have hollow bones which further help in flying. Next, snakes do not have limbs. They move with the help of scales present on the underside of their body. Frogs hop around using their strong and long hind limbs. They also have webbed feet which help them to swim in water. Fish, dolphins, and whales have special structures in their bodies called fins, which help them to swim. Fin like structures in penguin and seals are called flipper. Wow, an amazing fact about penguin. Next, eating habits of animals. Different animals have different food habits. Their teeth are modified to suit for the food they eat. Herbivores, carnivores, omnivores are the three types of animals which eat different types of food. First, herbivores. So these animals eat only grass, which is plants or plant products. So these are called herbivores. Grass eating animals such as cows, buffaloes, and goats have a thick pad called the dental pad in the upper jaw and sharp incisors in the lower jaw. These help them to hold and pull out the grass and leaves. They also have broad premolars and molars that help them to grind and chew the grass. Rodents such as squirrels, rabbits, and rats have very sharp front teeth to gnaw nuts and seeds. Carnivores. So these are flesh eating animals. Example lion, tiger, wolves, etc. They need to attack the prey and tear flesh. They therefore have sharp canines to tear flesh and stronger jaws to crush flesh and bones. Flesh eating birds such as eagles have very sharp and hooked beaks that can tear the flesh of small animals such as rats, squirrels, rabbits, etc. Omnivores. Omnivores eat both plants and animal flesh. Human beings and bears are some examples for omnivores. They therefore have well developed canines for tearing flesh as well as broad and flat molars for crushing vegetable matter. Right? That's all for today's class, friends. I hope you have learned about the animal's habitat and the animal's adaptation in detail, friends. So please like, share, and subscribe our channel, and do not forget to comment. If you're watching this video without subscribing our channel, please subscribe our channel and click the bell icon and click all. Thank you, friends. We will meet in the next video.